What's going on, GW Faction? My name is Josh Williamson. So, it's been a long time since I done a Stuff I Hate episode, so I'm gonna do another one, because I've had some things on my mind, and I didn't wake up very well. You know, I woke up in the middle of the night very nauseous, so not in the best mood right now. So, let me see which episode I'm on right now. This will probably take me a while. I don't know which episode this is, because I don't remember how much I've done. Oh, okay. So, this is Stuff I Hate, episode 26. I got 6 things on here right now, so I'm going to list them off, I'm going to describe them. You know, if you haven't seen this before, I'm going to list, you know, some things off that I have written down that I hate, and I just describe why I hate them so much, if you haven't seen the Stuff I Hate series before. So, anyways, let's get started with number 1. I can't be the only one that thinks this. I cannot be the only one that thinks this, but it doesn't sit right with me when parents kiss their child on the mouth. Listen, I know there's going to be some people saying, "Oh, well, it's their kid and they don't mean, you know, nothing malicious by it." But maybe they don't. Maybe they don't, but it's weird. It's weird, and to me it's a bit creepy too when you kiss your child on the mouth. Maybe, and also, maybe this is me. My mouth does not want to go anywhere near a child, okay? I don't like children. I don't like being around them. They gross me out, okay? And they annoy the crap out of me. I don't like being around them. And the thought of kissing them on the mouth, it doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't sit right with me at all. It's weird. Parents who do this, why do you kiss your child on the mouth? Why do you do that? If you do. It's weird. And to me, it's also a bit creepy. I personally hate that. Maybe other people see it a different way. I don't like it's weird. It's weird. Anyways, number 2. Oh my freaking gosh. This makes my blood boil. When people decide to have long conversations in everyone else's way. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I honestly didn't know how to describe this either. But here's an example. When you're in line at a store, at a grocery store or a gas station store, whatever, if you're in line getting ready to check out, and there's a couple of people in front of you not moving up because they're having a long conversation. If you want to have a long conversation, don't do it in line where other people are waiting to check out because they got some stuff to do. They want to get home. They want to get to work. Get a life. Have a conversation like somewhere else where you're not in people's way. Or another example. This happened to me last year, okay? I was on my lunch break at work. I don't usually eat fast food, but I was at Long John Silver's, because I wanted something, quick. I was at Long John Silver's. In the drive-thru, this person decided to come up to the car where the people were at the speaker and have a conversation with them. This went on for about 15 minutes. I had 15 minutes wasted on my lunch break because these idiots decided to have a conversation in the frickin' drive-thru line. Why do people decide to have long conversations in the worst areas? And also another example. This happens a lot of times when I'm at work. See, I've been working at a grocery store as a courtesy clerk for over a year now. When I'm bringing carts in, this is part of my job. I have to go out to the corrals and bring shopping carts back into the store. And there's that unhandled exception coming up on my screen again. Anyways, back to this. I was bringing carts in, and there was people standing in the way of the carts, having a long conversation where I have to put the carts. They will not move out of the way. Note to people who do this kind of stuff. If you want to have a long conversation with someone, do it outside or something. Do it where you're not in people's way. I hate that with a passion. Anyways, number 3. I don't understand this. I really do not understand this at all. When people... Now, this is usually teenage girls that do this. Usually teenage girls, or just young women in general, and maybe in their 20s. They take a selfie, to put on Instagram or Facebook, whatever kind of social media they want to put it on. They take a picture of half of their face. Let me ask you guys something. Would you like it if I did all of my videos like this? You could only see half of my face. Would you like that? I didn't think so. Listen, if you're going to take a selfie, you're going to take a picture of yourself. Take a picture of your entire face. What is the point of taking a picture of half of it? Why is it that this isn't only teenage girls that do this? Why do they only take a picture of half of their face? It literally serves no purpose whatsoever. I don't understand it at all. Anyways, I don't really have much to say about that, so let's just get on to number 4. This is creepy. This is honestly really creepy in my opinion. When women call their boyfriends or their husbands daddy. If I'm ever dating a girl, now I'm not interested in dating anyone right now. I'm not really ready to be in a relationship. It doesn't interest me at all right now. But if I ever had a girlfriend right now, if I had a girlfriend right now, and she, while we were like sitting on the couch and cuddling, doing whatever, or she just greeted me with like a hug or a kiss and said, and called me daddy, break up. Maybe I wouldn't break up with her, but why? Why is it that some girls out there call their boyfriends or their husbands daddy? They're not your fathers. They're not your fathers, okay? Don't call them daddy. Now, I know someone's going to come in the comments and say, oh, but daddy's a submissive term. I don't care if it's a submissive term. There's way better submissive terms out there than daddy. Would you like it if I called you mommy? No. It is weird. It's very weird. Where do people get this submissive term from, daddy? When do people start making that a submissive term? There's way better terms out there than calling your boyfriend or your husband your father. I'll never understand that. Never in my life. Anyways, number 5. This has happened to me all my life. This has happened to me all my life. My mother and my brother, during my younger years, did this to me. When someone expects me to read their mind. Let me tell you something. I cannot tell what you're thinking, okay? No average human can tell what you're thinking. I'll give you some examples. Back when I was 17 years old, I just graduated high school. My brother, while he and, his current wife were dating, my sister-in-law. This is while they were dating. They were only dating for a month, maybe. And she spent, many nights over here at my house before they moved out, after they got married. She spent many nights at my house, okay? And my brother told me that she's going to be spending a lot of nights here. Well, actually, no. He didn't tell me. But he kind of like hinted it out, saying, he basically, I think he said like something like, well, she's gonna be spending a lot of nights here, but then, and I told him that you never told me that, and he replied with, I shouldn't have to. I hate it when people say that. If you shouldn't have to tell someone that something's gonna happen, or that you should do something, how am I gonna know? How am I gonna end up knowing? Because let me tell you, my brother, with his past, he's had many girlfriends in the past when he was a teenager. They never spent a lot of nights over here at my house, you know, while my brother was still living over here. He didn't have them spend a bunch of nights over here before, you know, his current wife while they were dating. So how am I gonna know? Like I said, I can't stand it when people think that I should read their minds. Like they say that they want me to do something, or that I should understand something without telling me. I'm not a mind reader. Nobody's a mind reader. Maybe there is certain people out there that know how to read minds. That's probably like 1% of the world, okay? Stop expecting people to read your minds, okay? Because nobody can. But anyways, number 6, the last one in this video. I've talked about this before in my top 5 most overrated video games of all time video. Video games... Now, this isn't the video game as a whole, but when a video game tries very hard to be realistic and try to lecture players about what's right or wrong. Listen, I don't play video games. Sorry, my computer froze for a bit, you know. I don't play video games for realism, and I don't play them for a moral lecture, okay? I play them for an escapism. I play them to have fun. I play them to relieve stress. I play them to be happy. For example, you know, I don't like talking about this game because, you know, it's got a toxic community in it, but The Last of Us Part 2, okay? I played both The Last of Us and The Last of Us Part 2. I played the first one on YouTube as a series, but I played the second one outside of YouTube 2 times, okay? I played the entire story mode 2 times, okay? And I couldn't bring myself to like it. I really don't really like either game, really. And that's an unpopular opinion, I understand that. If you like it, fine, you know, it's your opinion. But I really, the first one I just didn't like really all that much because I'm just not into depressing games. And the second one was also depressing, but even more depressing. I don't like depressing games, okay? But the second one tried to be a right or wrong lecture. In a very hypocritical way, to be exact. I'm not going to talk about the hypocrisy in that game. I've already talked about that in the video, the top 5 most overrated video games of all time video I made. But it tried to be a right or wrong lecture, and that just ticked me off. Because that's not what I go to a video game for. Like I said, I play them to be happy. I play them to have fun. I play them for an escapism. I don't play them because I want something to be realistic. The only thing I like for a game to make realistic is the graphics, okay? That is the only thing that I like for a game to make realistic, okay? Only thing. Other than that, quit trying to make, you know, characters and stories seem realistic, okay? Because that's not what most people go to a video game for. Maybe a game journalist would go to a video game for that, but not me. I go to them for happiness. But anyways, that's been the Stuff I Hate, episode 26. Post your comments down below, let me know what your opinion is on this. If you like this video, thumbs up, hate this video, thumb it down. All my social media, my backup channel will be down below in the description box. And be sure to click the subscribe button to become a member of the JW faction on a journey to 10,000 subscribers. See you later.